Delighted to be here with American legend Heather OReilly. First of all, big smile on your face after a 3-1 win.
Yeah, it was a great result for us. We had some tough results early on in the season, and the second half here has been really strong for us. And this was a great team. Reading's a really talented team, so for us to kind of take care of business early in the first half, get those 2 goals, I think just kind of set the tone. So yeah, we're all smiles moving on with 3 points.
Well, on the subject of smiles, when you came on, you had a smile on your face, and while you were playing, even though it was only 20 minutes or so, your enthusiasm for soccer seems undiminished.
No, I love this game a lot. I've been playing, I think, let's see how my math is, 29 years of my life, and I still love it. So I don't think there's many better things out there than lacing up the boots and playing this amazing game. So happy to do it, and happy to do it for Arsenal Football Club.
Well, a lot of people will want me to ask the somewhat awkward question of you to compare the 2 leagues. There's no way of avoiding it. How do the 2 leagues compare in terms of ability and pace and other things?
Yeah. Well, I've been really impressed with the level over here. I think the English side, generally, the national team is now ranked 2 in the world, so that just kind of demonstrates their progress as a national team, and it's showing in the league as well. So there's a lot of strong teams. I think tactically it's a little bit more savvy here, maybe less transitional as the U.S. becomes a little bit of a battle of the athletes. But here it's a little bit more savvy in terms of tactical breakdowns and things like that. But level it's quite strong. It's quite good. Same as the U.S. League. I think it's just a little bit of a different style. So I'm looking forward to this summer. We have a tournament called International Champions Cup where some European teams are going to be playing against an NWSL team. So we'll have a little bit of a way to compare the 2, I suppose.
You mentioned there that England have come up to number 2 in the world and USA are number 1. Is this maybe developing into one of those big sporting rivalries, English women and the American women? Well,
it's looking like it might be a really competitive contest between U.S. and England. I wouldn't say that it's a rivalry quite yet, just because they don't play each other enough, and they haven't faced each other enough in big tournaments. So, but it certainly has a chance of becoming a really strong rivalry if the game continues to progress here as it is.
And will you do your best to stir it up in the locker room?
I definitely will. My teammates here know that I have a lot of pride for the U.S. team. I was on the national team for 15 years, so you can't knock that out of somebody too fast. So I'll always be behind USA. But yeah, I find a lot of joy when my teammates do well, and so when I see them, whether it's with Netherlands or with England or with Scotland, when they're doing well with their national teams, I feel like a little bit of a part of that, because if I made them stronger in training every day, I feel like I'm part of their progress as a player, so that feels good.
I'm going to be talking to Kim Little in a minute. She's a Scot, and the feelings of playing at Wembley will be doubtless big for her. But for you as an American, is playing at Wembley a little special? Oh,
it's absolutely special. I mean, it's known around the world as being a really special stadium. I was fortunate enough to play there already one time in the 2012 Olympic Games. It's a special place, and not everybody gets to do it. So we certainly will be enjoying that environment, but we know we'll be enjoying it a lot more if we win.
Okay, one final thing. The American men have not failed to qualify for the World Cup. How do you see that affecting the women's international team? Will there be more focus on you, or is it just bad for soccer in the States?
It was definitely a very unfortunate event, the men's team not qualifying. I think that soccer has grown and grown in the U.S., so hopefully people in the U.S. get behind another team this World Cup and the sport continues to grow. I think that Americans are really proud of the women's national team. I don't think that should rely on the men's team not qualifying or qualifying for the World Cup. I think, hopefully we've made a name for ourselves by being successful all these years. So we're happy to do our part, and hopefully 4 years from now that never happens again.